So welcome. This is season 1, episode 1, our pilot of
podcast. Name TBA.
Vaguely Adult.
Ooh.
Yeah, so two vaguely looking adults talk about vaguely adult things.
Yes.
On today's episode, we're going to be discussing life after graduation. So
It's horrible.
it's rough. We graduated over a month ago.
Oh, no, what?
Yep, we graduated in May 2018. Today is Monday, July 2nd, 2018. This will be coming out
Soon.
eventually. But yeah, life after graduation. How's it been for you?
I'm unemployed. So, if you're seeking to hire, hello. My resume is on my Google Drive. I can email it to you.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate because I walked right out of school and right back into a really nice environment that I've been in for over a year. But yeah, I'm very fortunate for the situation that I'm in. But that doesn't mean that there isn't room to grow.
Let me tell you, life immediately after graduation was graduated, right? The whole ceremony happened. Surprise confetti, surprised me at least. Bombarded by a bunch of people trying to all escape to go take pictures with their friends and dinner. And immediately seeing my father and him being like, so, you got a job yet? And me being like, Dad, I literally just walked out of Barclays Center. What do you mean, do I have a job yet? And he's like, well, so you got a job yet? I'm like, oh. We hadn't even made it to, like, lunch or dinner or anything at this point. I need you to know.
Yeah. No, like, immediately after graduation was rough because I didn't realize just how many people were graduating. There's a lot of people.
So many people.
If I can find, like, a boomerang of that, it'll be here. Yeah, we know how to do this stuff.
We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
But yeah, like, I didn't even get pictures with everyone that I wanted to get pictures with. I ended up, like, in a weird situation where I just found people and we all took photos together. It was nice. Photos are nice.
Photos are nice.
But I was just really upset because when I left in the morning, it was super rainy. It wasn't rainy. It was, like, misty and super gross.
It was really gross.
And humid. And I did my hair, and by the time I got to Barclays, it was like my hair did me. It was just not a fun time. Like, I look back at my photos, and I'm just like, who is she? Yeah, so I still need to retake my graduation photos, but who knows when that'll happen. Maybe. Probably never, TBH.
Yeah, I couldn't find anyone after graduation. Well, okay, that's a lie. So, I was walking out. First of all, I didn't realize it was an industrial truck elevator. So, I went up the stairs in heels. I don't wear heels. It was so crowded. It was horrible. And I go out, and I'm trying to find people. But mostly I'm trying to find my family. And nobody's picking up the phone. So, I'm like, where is everyone? And in the rush of trying to find my mom, dad, and my sister, I run right past Nick and Joelle. And I'm like, where's my family? So I'm like, I'll find them eventually. So then I find my family, and then I'm like, oh, it's really crowded. Like, can we just, like, migrate somewhere else? Because we still had to walk to the parking lot to find the car. And as I'm walking, my dad is ahead, and then my mom and my sister, and then I'm, like, twiggling behind. And I hear someone yelling, and it's a very familiar voice. And I'm like, who is that? And it's Eleni. It's my friend Eleni. And I just hear her voice, and I automatically know it's her because she's yelling. It's what Eleni does, she yells. And I turn around, and I see tall, white, blonde. And I'm like, yes, that is my friend Eleni. If I say her name one more time, I'm going to just leave.
Hi, Eleni. You're still on vacation right now, and you're living your best life in Europe. I'm not sure
You're
where.
in Morocco right now. I'm in my apartment. Hi.
Yeah, we're like you're in nice heat. We're just in a death trap. Like, there's a heat wave warning, and it's not fun. I really died on the way here. Like, none of the trains had AC. Thank you, New York City. You're doing real good.
Shout out to the MTA.
Yeah, shout out to the MTA. Shout out to all the fare raises in the past, 6-7 years. You're doing great. I'm getting poorer and poorer every year. But you're living it up, and I'm jealous. So, just let me know when we're gonna go to Thailand, please. Thanks.
Yeah, okay, so backtrack. So, I go to tap her. And nothing. I'm like, nothing. And okay, there's a significant height difference. She's like a whole foot taller than me. And
Plus
she
heels.
was in heels, and I had already changed into my sandals at that point. So there was like a 1.5 foot difference between us. And then I start pulling on her hair, trying to grab her attention. And nothing. She doesn't even twitch. And then she moves to the other side of the group. And I'm just gonna stand here until someone notices me. And her mom was the first one to notice me. So she looked me dead in the eye. And then Jenna notices me. And she's like, oh my God, when did you get here? And then Eleni's like, who are you? Oh my God. And I ended up just staying there for the pictures that they were already taking, basically photobombed them. And then I was messaging Soleil trying to find her, but she was nowhere. And I was like, I'm just gonna leave. And then I hugged Eleni's mom. I saw Eleni's dad. I saw Tan. Sorry, I can never pronounce your name. I love you though. Ria, Jenna.
Yeah, are we going with real people's names in this, or am I gonna have to bleep half of these?
That'll be fine.
Okay.
We haven't said anything bad yet.
We'll send you guys non-disclosure forms and just let us know, basically. But yeah, I basically took those photos and then was upset because my hair wasn't looking nice, and then me and my family went to this Thai place in Williamsburg. It was super cute, very quaint and whatever. And the lunch specials were great. It was $8 for a lunch special. I need you to know I was living my best life. Any lunch special under $10, that's the way to my heart. I'm living on a budget here. And then, yeah, I didn't really do anything. Actually, we ended up going to BJ's, right after to get, I think it was the wholesale popcorn chicken or something like that, because my brother wanted it. And, yeah, that was my graduation day. We didn't do anything else afterwards, and it was great, because that night was when, the post-grad depression hit, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh, it hadn't hit me yet. Well, no, it hadn't hit me yet. I was still waiting on one grade, and I was, having anxiety attacks. Well, not really, but almost having anxiety attacks, because it was the one class I was really worried about.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because I walked out of that final, and I was like, was I in this class all semester?
Was that with that macro?
Micro,
yeah.
It was horrible.
I mean, same.
Don't do it, kids. But yeah, and I was waiting on that grade, and I still hadn't gotten it, and I didn't get it until the day after graduation that my grade finally came in. I got a B. I'm so happy with myself.
B's get degrees, and so does C's and D's. All right.
Yes. And that's when it finally hit, and it hit right at 8:30 in the morning. I don't know why I was awake. So I ran to my mom's room. I threw myself on her bed. She's waking up, so she's like, what?
Okay.
And I'm like, I graduated. She's like, yeah, I know, I was there yesterday.
She's like, no, it's real this time.
I was like, no, I actually graduated. She's like, yes, I did your hair. I was there. I'm like, Mom, no, I finally got my grade. And she was like, wait, I thought you got your grades before.
I mean, technically grades were due.
Yeah.
But hey, CUNY, love your system as well. All 4 years of it.
But yeah, and now my sister's going into the CUNY system.
Oh,
I'm out of that life. For now.
I was just gonna say, I was like, I don't know how long this is gonna last.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was nervous for my grades, but also, it was weird because I was taking these hard yet easy classes. It was the weirdest semester of my life because for the past 2 to 3 semesters, I was taking 6 classes and I was working And basically, I also had a social life, which was really weird. And I was getting like 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night.
I don't know how you did it.
I think I sold like my soul.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It was like, it was really weird because I used to be out by like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And my friends would be like, are you okay? Like, are you alive? It's like, yeah, I went to bed. It was bedtime. But I got all my grades and it was the first semester since before freshman year, basically, because I took summer classes before I actually started freshman year. And I got 2 A's because I took 2 classes. And then this last semester, I got almost all A's and an A-. And I clapped self. It was great. It was a nice note to end school on, because college is rough.
It
like,
is.
But it's also, like, really comforting. Stay in school as long as you can. Like, there's a comfort with...
As long as you can afford it.
As long as you can afford it, yeah. Like, there's a comfort with being a student, and, like, I think that's what really hit me, was realizing that I'm no longer a student. I can't complain about, like, not getting student discounts anymore and, like, begging for the MTA to come out with, you know, just a cheaper means of, like, pricing for us. And by us, I mean, you know, the fellow students who are now going to school. I'm not a student anymore.
Yeah, no, it still hasn't hit me that we're not students. Like, I still get I can't, like, what is my schedule like gonna be next semester? Like, what classes I haven't done my schedule yet. Like, I'm just gonna go into school with no classes, and then I realize, hello, I'm no longer in classes. And that's kind of scary, but also, I'm glad that I'm done. I mean, being unemployed is not fun, and writing cover letters is horrible. But I'm glad I no longer have that I forgot to do an assignment feeling.
Yeah, I actually never had that feeling.
Really?
I never had a dream about missing a test. I never, like, it was weird because I would watch, like, all these videos and, like, people talking about their school life and how, you know, their university life was like, and they would say, oh, I've always had dreams of, like, waking up late and missing an exam, or, like, you know, things along that line. But I never had that, and it was only, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, actually, that I started dreaming about work and being really stressed about missing meetings. And I was like, why is this happening now? I think you're like 4 years a little late.
I mean,
but I relate to the stress, but I never had a school-related stress dream.
Oh, I did. They were horrible. I had, like, one recurring one, which is weird. I don't have many recurring dreams except for, like, maybe 2 or 3, where I think it was for micro, actually, where I would run to take my micro midterm, because, like, micro was just midterm, final, and homework. And homework was, like, 15%, so like, tests were big. And so I would run to take my midterm or final, depending on the dream, for micro, and I'd get there, and they'd be like, okay, you have 2 minutes, because you came 2 hours late. And I'd be like, wait, what? And I'd sit down with a Scantron that was, like, 3 pages long, and a pen instead of a pencil.
Oh, no.
And I'd, like, go to mark the first question, and they'd be like, all right, and time's up. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I'd wake up horrid. Like, horrid?
Horde.
Horrid.
Horde.
Horrified is the word I was looking for. Thank you.
It's fine.
Yeah, and it was a really scary dream.
No, I'm lucky when it comes to that. But, I mean, it's just weird. Like, right now, it's just, like, this phase where no one's really sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of like, yeah, we're all graduated, woo, adults. And, like, half of the people you know are unemployed, or some of them are getting married, or some of them are having babies. And, like, I just can't wrap my head around that, because I'm over here literally, like, I'm 21.
I'm 22.
Like, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing with my life, first and foremost. Second of all, a baby? Child, I still look like a baby. Like, how are children having children out here?
Oh, yeah, I love children. I want children eventually. Could I have a child right now? Hell no, I could not have a child right now. if I had a child right now, I'd be more than happy. But like, I just can't imagine, like, I'm not in the headspace to have a kid or have a job, to be honest. I don't have a job. And like, a lot of people don't know what they want to do either. Like, a lot of people, yeah, you get jobs after graduation, but you're still trying to figure out, like, is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? And that alone is a scary thought, like, for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I think, like, that's the most intimidating part, because people don't know what they want to do for the rest of their lives. And I don't think that moving forward, that should be, like, the question everyone asks. It's like, what are you going to do from, like, 25 until you die? Like, I think it's more of you're figuring out what your career choices are right now. You always have the option to, like, change in the future. So I think having more of an open mind about what you're doing now and what you might be doing in the future is way more helpful, because it doesn't give people that much stress about, oh, I'm gonna have to find this 9 to 5 and, like, this job is my job for the rest of forever. Because case in point, like, Toys R Us,
oh my god,
like, it's completely done. Like,
R.I.P.
you know, rest in peace. Like, I was literally in a Toys R Us about 2 months ago, the one in Times Square, before it, like, shut down, and I knew that they were closing for sure, and I was just like, think about all the people who've only ever worked at Toys R Us. Like, what are they gonna do now? There are some people, which, by the way, I read this on, I think it was on an Atlantic article, that the workers aren't getting severance.
Oh, I didn't know
But
that.
the CEO is walking away with, like, a handful of, like, you know, profit. You can fact check me on that, but it's just wild, because now these people, they only had this job, you know?
And that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of
Because,
people.
like, the Toys R Us in Times Square alone was huge. It was, like, 4 floors. And there was, like, 100 workers per floor. I mean, obviously, I'm exaggerating, but there was a lot of workers. So, like, that one alone closing down, and, like, all those employees having nowhere to go. And then to think, like, all the Toys R Us everywhere closing down, like, that's a lot of people without jobs trying to find work. And to be honest, like, degrees barely help you nowadays. Like, the minimum requirement for, like, a very well-paying job is a bachelor's degree. Like, that's, like, the minimum requirement, along with years of experience, master's preferred, and it's, like, it's hard. So, like, it's hard for me to find a job, and I have my bachelor's. Like, I can only imagine, like, there's a lot of people that haven't had the privilege to, like, go to college, and they've, like, been working their entire lives for their families, for themselves, and, like, for them to not have to find, like, another job, like, that's to be scary, especially if you're, like, walking away with nothing.
Yeah.
And, like, New York City is really expensive. Like,
oh,
people,
yeah, for
like,
sure.
even if you make good income, you're living paycheck to paycheck, like.
Yeah, it's rough. But it's, yeah. It's how it is.
It's wild. It's a wild time.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Vaguely Adults, where 2 vaguely looking adults talk about adult things. I'm not even sure if this is recording anymore, but I really hope it is.
I really hope it is too, because we've been sitting here recording it.
Yeah. But hope you enjoyed it. You can do all the things that social media people tell you to do. Subscribe, like, comment.
Yes.
You know, all those things. We'll be available about once a week. We're still not really sure. We're going to sort that out.
We'll figure it out.
But, yeah. Thank you for watching and listening. And we'll see you next time. Stay hydrated, y'all.